Katseye's Manon again. But was Sserafim Eunchae being disrespectful? Lara's age, Yoonjin's hygiene, and so much more in today's episode of Totally Legit K-pop News with me, Angelina. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. As for me, I've been crashing out over this background, crying to my mom, saying it looks like ChatGPT made it. It just looks so unnatural. I don't know what to do. So if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. But without further ado, let's get into today's news. Katseye recently appeared on BBC Radio 1, and the interviewer is receiving backlash for the way that he pronounced Manon and for seemingly mixing her up with another Dream Academy contestant, Samara. However, they seem to have taken the interview down and re-uploaded it without that specific part. So this is the part in question.
Well, Manon, you blew your knee out during one of the episodes of the show, didn't you? And you had to sort of deal with that sort of thing, because those sorts of things are very difficult.
So you see Sophia and Lara look towards her like, oh.
Aren't they?
I mean, it happens all the time, you know, with so much physical.
So then instead in the interview, it just kind of cuts to her talking about taking care of their bodies.
Yeah.
It's really about just taking care of our bodies at the end of the day.
So reason number one he was receiving backlash was because of the way he pronounced her name. So Manon, when her name is pronounced Manon. You know, Doja Cat received backlash a while back for also saying Manon. And you know, people point to live streams where Manon has explained how her name is pronounced. I mean, they were also recently in Paris, and it seems she was really happy that everyone was pronouncing her name correctly. But here's some responses. Wait, I don't remember her getting injured in the documentary. Wasn't it someone else? Unless I'm missing something. This is kind of Lara catching on, and even Sophia being surprised. Only 3 black contestants were featured in the documentary surrounding Dream Academy, and only 1 made it into Katseye. We hope interviewers don't make the mistake of mixing them up again and respect Manon enough to look into the questions they're asking her. Mispronouncing Manon's name in every interview, telling them how majority of Brits don't think their ad is iconic, giving them flavorless food, mixing up Manon with Samara. UK interviewers do better. Mixing Manon and Samara up, mispronouncing her name, didn't even attempt to pronounce her name correctly, and asked her about an injury one of the only other black contestants had, as if it was her, and Manon still tried to answer professionally. 1, you mispronounced her name, and then also there were 3 black women on Dream Academy and none of them look alike. So my question is, did you watch Dream Academy, or was it blatant ignorance because Samara and Manon looked nothing alike? This is racist. Mind you, Samara and Manon have nothing similar except their skin color. The F is wrong with UK interviewers. First telling them how the majority of Brits think their ad is not iconic, now that. So then again, like I mentioned, it seems that they re-uploaded the interview and it seems that they cut out that specific part, but the comments are still bringing it up. Oh, I see you reposted this. Let's remind the people of the part at 2 or 3 where you confused Manon for Samara. The part you cut out, Greg. Well, Manon, you sort of blew out your knee during one of the episodes of the show, didn't you? And you had to sort of deal with that sort of thing. Those sorts of things are difficult, aren't they? Manon, I mean, it happens all the time, you know, with so much physical work, something's bound to happen at some point. There's of course a lot of people praising her professionalism, because when she was asked that, she just went with it. She didn't correct the interviewer. She just, you know, said, oh, you know, like things like that happen, right? Which a lot of people are praising, because I'm sure a lot of people would really want to be like, whoa, yeah, that wasn't me, by the way. This is definitely my first time seeing this video. Not them editing out the part where he mistakes Manon for Samara. Now, of course, it's only been uploaded about an hour ago, but some fans feel that BBC Radio 1 need to address it rather than cutting out the part. Hoping they address it instead of just deleting the whole interview, and hoping people forget about it when they inevitably repost it with that part removed. But let me know your thoughts about this. Specifically, what do you think of Manon's response, and how would you want to respond? I know there's like a PR friendly way to respond, which I think she did great, but deep down, how would you want to respond? Sserafim recently did a TikTok trend, the Bees in the Trap TikTok trend. Basically, one person sings the first part, and then you kind of turn around to somebody else who does Nicki Minaj's rap part. Let's take a little look at it without getting a copyright claim, question mark? So you have that first part, and then Nicki Minaj's part comes up, and then the other person raps it, right? But look at what Eunchae does during the rap part. So this became a topic of discussion because some people felt that it was disrespectful to Nicki Minaj, basically claiming that she didn't know the lyrics, that she just covered her mouth the entire time. Now, there are some fans coming to her defense, basically saying there's a lot of swearing in this song. So of course she just covered her mouth so they could still be able to do the trend. But let's read some responses. Covering her mouth because she doesn't know the lyrics. Yeah, I'm not going to read this one, but But it's interesting. There's some people just getting quite mad that she did that. But like I mentioned, there were some fans coming to her defense. On one hand, citing the swearing issue, because there's a lot of swearing in the song. Of course, Eunchae's covering her mouth. Some people saying English isn't her first language. But of course, let me know what you think. Do you think it's really disrespectful? Or do you think it's just an interesting way to censor the song? Kind of. But that's actually not it for this trend in general, because Jennie and Lisa also took part in the trend. So of course, Jennie doing the first part and then Lisa doing the rap part. But then people noticed that the TikTok was deleted, not even 24 hours yet, and it's already reached to 7 million likes. Keep streaming. This is the equivalent to every Blackpink comeback. Not them deleting that Jen Lisa TikTok. The ship only sailed half a day and now sank. Not this edit. Wait, what the heck? The iconic Jen Lisa TikTok gone. We'll hold this moment in our hearts forever. But then people started noting that the TikTok, the short video was still up on YouTube. So maybe people were reporting the video on TikTok and it was in review for a little bit. That's why we couldn't see it, because now it's back up. Jennie put the video back up. Of course, again, let me know your thoughts. I think it's funny that this is like comeback news, essentially, or like the equivalent to it. How old is Katseye's Lara? So of course, Lara just turned 20 years old and was celebrating her birthday. She said she was surrounded by people she loved and that she was gifted red bottoms. But the fact that she turned 20 actually turned into a huge discussion online, because it seems that some people thought that she was actually older. This isn't a new conversation surrounding Katseye. I mean, recently the girls' ages were brought up because people were criticizing the company, saying that they were over-sexualizing the group. And now with Lara turning 20, there's definitely more of a focus on her with this conversation. So there were people tweeting out that they thought she was older, and then people joking about those types of tweets as well. What do you mean she just turned 20? All that time I thought she was 27, 30 something. She looks her age. Y'all are ridiculous. Lara is 20. For real, I thought she was 76. OMG hype. She turned 20. All this time I thought she was 72, 80. Did the Sserafim just call Yoonjin stinky? The Sserafim recently did an interview, and Yoonjin was basically explaining her hair, and if her hair is greasy, it'll get greasier if she wears a hat. So she wears a claw clip.
우리가 떡졌어. 모자를 쓰면은 더 떡이 지니까 나는 이렇게 해서 이렇게 묶어 하고 I do like a claw clip. 맨날 하잖아. 너 맨날 한다고? 맨날. 그게 아니야. No.
So then, of course, the members are making fun of her, basically saying, you do that all the time, though. Do you never wash your hair? So, of course, a lot of people thought this was a fun interaction between friends, but some people thought they were being mean girls. Before anyone tells me you should make friends, they're just joking, I have to say that none of my friends would bully me like that in front of cameras. Thank goodness I have kind friends. Y'all try so hard, OMG. The concept of overanalyzing everything the Seraphim says, K-pop fans really don't have anything to criticize and start a controversy about them. Like, give it up already. Y'all are just proving spaghetti right. I believe these people don't have friends at this point. Friends roast each other more brutally than this. Yoonjin was clearly laughing about it. Some people just have to overthink and overcomplicate things. It's clearly a joke. Fans are overanalyzing things. So we did not see Yoonjin dying of laughter, or are we blind? I just think of second gen and how mean the members were to each other compared to today. You can see that Yoonjin thought it was funny because she literally died of laughter. The only people complaining are chronically online with no friends. But of course, let me know your thoughts. Kiss of Life recently dropped their music video for Lucky, but it seems that fans noticed this specific photo in the music video. So as we can see, it says Kiss of Life. It's the 4 members painted, but some people were taking issue with the skin tones portrayed. I got 2 questions. Is this supposed to be them? 2, if it is, why are they black? The poster is 3 black girls. The art, OMG, they are the most tone-deaf people ever. It seems some fans are trying to say that it was a gyaru style. It seems the members did post up-close shots with the photo. So some people are saying they're actually red. But what do you think of this photograph? That wasn't the only criticism for Kiss of Life, however. Some people were also accusing them of copying 5E. So let's look at the original clip. And then Lucky. Like, is it just the light up truck aspect of it? So of course, let me know your thoughts about that. So with that, let's move on to Kpop Shenanigans, which are basically fun little things that have happened in K-pop recently and/or quick news. Netizens have found more quote-unquote evidence in the BTS Jungkook and aespa's winter dating accusations. So it seems that Jungkook wanted to eat pizza on a specific day, and fans found that Winter had actually posted a photo of pizza. Yes, that is it. There's this clip of Rise's Wonbin at the airport telling a couple who he is and them even searching him on their phone. That is so awkward. When people ask me about my channel and then like they bring it up in front of me and start watching a video, I'm like, can you not? What are we doing here? It seems that aespa's Winter's Chinese bar are boycotting aespa. They basically said, starting today, Team Winter will boycott all aespa group activities. Despite years of requests from fans and consumers asking for basic fairness, our feedback has been ignored. We no longer see hope in this group. Recently, while Winter had 5 solo schedules in a row, not a single one was mentioned or promoted. Who could possibly understand that? From now on, we will not spend a single cent on aespa's group activities or promotions. We will only show our love and support for Winter as an individual. So there's some people in agreement with this. There are other people saying that there's some aespa members who have it a little worse. All Day Project are releasing a digital single called One More Time, and people have been discussing Tarzan's hair, specifically his lack of braids. As we can see, he doesn't have them. Fans are worried about Tua's Shinyu because he showed his phone background and it simply just says diet. Fans have noticed that Blackpink's Lisa changed her choreography for Rockstar while performing in Indonesia. This is what it looks like now, but previously it looked like this. We remember this infamous clip, right? Guys, 10 years ago, Lily was featured on GOT7's If You Do. So she made a clip lip syncing to it.
I'll just go to sleep.
I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, what? I'll just go to sleep? And then I just wanted to share this with you. Another piece from Tiffany's old blog, so Girls' Generation Tiffany. Thursday, March 27, 2006. Debut. PD님 just told me that I'd be debuting next year. I'm so freaking excited. The best part of the news is that I'm going to be in the band with my Tay Tay. I just can't believe I'm going to be a singer. My dreams are coming true. To be honest, I've never thought I'd make it this far, but God and my little Tay Tay helped me and showed me that being the way I am is completely enough. I'm so grateful to have you in my life, Tay Tay, even though you won't understand this, and I hope you can feel how much I cherish you. Steffo. I don't know if this is real, but I remember seeing posts of like Jessie saying like something about Tiffany being in a girl group, but anyways. Let's move on to a little discussion segment. I want to do a podcast episode literally called, Is K-pop becoming boring? Has K-pop gotten boring? I don't know. So maybe you can leave me some of your thoughts as well. But this is inspired by Sserafim because people have been discussing their, quote, shocking visuals. And I just, like Yunjin's no eyebrows, their facial expressions, and even Chaewon's hair. Like, to me, these are just fun things, It's not like it's permanent or anything. Obviously, it's a wig. But like these are just fun aspects to styling, and it seems that a lot of people are complaining about it. Like it just feels like this is the reason why idols aren't really experimenting with their looks all that much. Like obviously we understand it's a very beauty centric industry, right? But like to not even be able to experiment, I don't know, that feels a little sad. So I wanted to know what you thought of that. But I reckon that is basically it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. And these are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. And as for me, I'm gonna get going. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.